Hi everyone, and welcome to Pen of the Week. This is a little short video series where I highlight a pen and ink combination that I'm excited about using for the next week. First, we do a recap of last week where I used the Wingsung 698 with a Pilot broad nib, or their 1.1 stub, also known as the CM, all of that stuff. This was taken from either a Pilot Pluminix or a Pilot Plumix, and swapped into the 698, giving a lovely chance to write with a nib like that on a pen with incredible ink capacity and sort of quite a nice form and sort of function about it as well. The ink I used was Robert Osser Dragon's Knight, lovely ink. Really enjoyed writing with this pen. Still got tons of ink left in the pen because it has such a great ink capacity, which is good because I'm going to be using it for the next probably about the next month. But let's look at this week's now, where we have the Diplomat Excellence A here in the evergreen model, which I think is rather lovely, this green. And I've inked this with Montblanc Irish Green. So let's just do a very quick little rundown. So the pen. This pen has a great weight. Anyone who's used these Diplomat pens knows that they've got fabulous balance in the hand. They're a lacquered brass, so there is a bit of weight in the pen, but it does lead down nicely to the nib. You can post it and it does become a little bit back heavy, but still relatively well balanced because it posts relatively deeply, which is great. It has an amazing nib. Diplomat use Yovo nibs, but they're tuned in-house, and they are some of the smoothest nibs you are going to get on any pen at any price range. And these aren't super expensive pens. Not a cheap pen by any stretch, but not super expensive. And it's just a classic design, something I really quite like. It's not flashy, but it's got some nice little design elements about it, which I quite like. As to the ink, this is a vibrant, saturated colour. It's got some lovely depth in it, but also it has sort of some nice sort of bright highlights, if you will. It's got good saturation. So these Montblanc inks have fabulous performance. I really enjoy how these pens write on the page, and the fact that they don't bleed or feather heavily. Like, even on cheaper paper, you do get some bleed, of course, but it's not going to bleed and feather wildly like some inks do. Also, these inks are safe and reliable. So, like in this pen, it doesn't really matter if the ink is safe necessarily, because this is an easy pen to clean, and it sort of it doesn't have sort of a sack or anything like that. But the Montblanc inks are pretty safe, and they're reliable. They don't crud up in the nibs. They're all sort of medium sort of wetness, and they all write fairly well. So I can't say enough about these Montblanc inks. They're really lovely, and I really like Irish Green. It's absolutely one of my favourites. Probably Irish Green, Lavender Purple, and Toffee Brown are right up there with some of my favourite inks. So let's do the quick writing sample now, continuing our saga through Dracula by Bram Stoker. And this is where we left off. So you can see there, this pen lays down a lovely, smooth, wet line of ink. It's a pretty stiff nib. These Yovo steel nibs are stiff, but this is so smooth. Just listen to that. Like, that is super smooth. It's not buttery smooth, but there's a tiny bit of feedback on there, but it just writes so well. It's such a lovely pen to write with. And as I said, the way this fits and feels in the hand is just so effortless. It's got a good sized section. It's a plastic section, so it's not going to get super slippery. It's just a really lovely pen. So this is the Diplomat Excellence A in the evergreen, and Montblanc Irish Green ink, which comes, as I should show you, in this fabulous bottle, like with the little heel there so you can get, when ink starts to run low, you can pull it all down here and still get, a decent fill on your pen. So yeah, lovely ink, lovely pen, and I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications button if you want to stay up to date with the videos that I produce. Please feel free to get in touch using any of the platforms listed below. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at @the_offstage_me. You can contact me there or on my email or on any of the videos here. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, let me know. Or if there's a way you'd like to support this channel, I am looking for product sponsorship for reviews and such like that. Get in touch and let's see what we can do. In the meantime, enjoy your pens, enjoy your writing, and I'll talk to you later.